thought that could possibly have been a candidate for a timeout.
Mark trying to get in behind the brown again. Good shot. Once again, the snooker achieved. So, a slight plus point really for Mark that he's got into a tactical frame, which I think he needed because he was getting bombarded previously. It's an absolutely stunning safety shot from O'Sullivan, I can tell you. That is just brilliant. How about that for a shot? We love all these long pots and splitting of the pack, but it's the most brilliant safety shot. Just a slight edge of the red he could hit. And, well, he's created...
foul and a miss.
Some sort of a chance here.
Sullivan 4.
Thought he might have that put back, to be honest. Didn't see any reason why not. Playing one cushion again, but onto a different red.
Foul. Mark Selby 4.
Ronnie playing a similar shot to the one Mark played earlier, trying to find that single red out. Rare tactical frame, Phil, which we don't see much of under this format. Doesn't necessarily suit Ronnie, but we know that he can play the safety. It's been mentioned a lot, hasn't it? His association a few years back with Ray Reardon didn't do his tactics any harm, and he's won the tactical battle again here. It's another bad shot on safety there.
Yes, and they're not just bad shots, they're uncharacteristic shots.
Ronnie just looking at his cue ball and maybe getting it over to somewhere around about there. That means he can pot a red to the left corner. So that's what he's doing. It didn't have the angle to get any closer to the reds than that. Well, it certainly could have been, Phil. I don't think it's gone quite right. You can see the little bit of frustration on Ronnie's face there.
Looks like he's going to.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 12.
Not come out too bad, that. The opening red is difficult.
Good pot from Selby, but another high value colour goes on the side cushion. Ten reds left on the table, and already at 18 minutes.
6.
The lengthiest frame of the match by some way.
Mark Selby 6.
what a difference today makes. Hardly missed anything last night. Oh, that's gone horribly wrong as well. I mean, there's always the chance that those two reds in the middle of the table were going to be hard to avoid playing back to the bulk area. Yeah, and Ronnie's just looked to see if he could somehow land on the pink, which I don't think was on. It was a bit narrow into the middle pocket, so I think Selby's still got a chance in this frame because the balls are really awkward. So you have to do some serious damage with a couple of cannons, shifting a few reds out into open play. All the high colours are out of the game.
4.
He's played on it this time. That will open the blue up.
8.
Hard-working break this. 6 pots for 11 points.
11.
Well, it was just a bad
Ronnie
table, I
O'Sullivan,
think.
11.
That was the problem there. Those 11 were hard earned, and then the shot he missed, he was trying to get the cue ball out. He was trying to move the reds into open play, and the red that he missed didn't come off the table. Ronnie has had the most great career, hasn't he? It's not all been about winning. You said he's a bit of an underachiever. I kind of know what you mean. He has won the World Championship 3 times, so in the modern era that is something special. But the first time I ever saw him was, I think, up at Prestatyn. Used to play the Pro-Am every year up there, and I had to play him. He got through it to the last 32 as a 12-year-old. About 1,000 entries. I was an invited pro. I beat him, but I was giving him 20-odd points. He was a 12-year-old. Surprised. I'd never been so scared in my life about playing a player as playing Ronnie, because he was just brilliant then.
First played him when he was 10 on Q Snooker Centre in Old Hill. And the first frame, I broke the balls up from the back because I thought he was a 10-year-old, so what? And he made a 60-odd break, could hardly reach the table. He was so small, in fact, that when we got to re-racking the balls at the end of that frame, he couldn't reach the blue spot.
Yes, he's always been a special player. It's not always been plain sailing, has it?
Well, there's a school of thought that says that, no publicity is bad publicity for the game, and it's certainly got snooker a lot of column inches over the years.
Don't see any signs of any real decline in his game. The only thing that you have to worry about with Ronnie is if he loses interest, which sometimes he does. I think that's another very poor shot, I believe that Ronnie can get to that red. Certainly a red to the top right-hand pocket. Well, this will be the key, I think. Or should he knock in this black?
Decides to take the conventional route and misses it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8. One.
I was thinking that the last frame was the one he had to win, but we've played nearly 26 minutes of this frame.
9.
And I suppose, well, the only good thing is if he can somehow find a way of winning it, and that might be the start of something for him. That's all right. He's got the angle to just land on the green. Well, he did have the angle, but he wanted to play on a different colour, and that is why he missed the
Selby
pot.
13.
You occasionally get a frame like this where
9.
Certainly a good little shot, nice cannon.
13.
He's probably got the angle. If he wants to actually play the cannon here, it's on. If he wants to play that, he can. He might play in behind the red. He's played the cannon, but really to miss the pot.
Selby 14.
Sign that his concentration was on the wrong thing, really. The cannon more so than the pot. I think this is as big a contrast, Phil, of form that I've seen from a leading player. He played just magnificent snooker last night. He was in the zone, and he has not played at all tonight, has he?
Very poor over a number of days. Might have been Tony Drago. At his best, he was unbelievable.
Foul.
At his worst, he couldn't do anything.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 7.
That was another bad shot, really, to go into the black. It means he put too much left-hand side on.
Back.
Go back. Now that's interesting, isn't it? You would have thought that Ronnie would have fancied knocking in that red. I was quite surprised when he had this put back, must say. So, remember what Mark did first time. He played with a touch of left-hand side off the cushion. Got too much on it. Having a bit of fun, aren't they? You can still smile despite the scoreline. Mark might have the shot to play and develop the pink here from the red. Didn't want to do it. Thought he might get it into open play, but I suppose with nothing much in the scores, he doesn't need to.
Excellent again from O'Sullivan.
Got to play a good shot here. This is a little shot on the yellow to get over for the green. He should land in behind it. There's nothing much to do except get the
5.
pot. Well, Ronnie has had a brainstorm. Ronnie has had a brainstorm. He thinks that the yellow comes back up. I couldn't believe the shot he played there. That's unbelievable. I've never seen Ronnie do anything like that. He thinks the yellow comes back up. And I couldn't believe he didn't play the natural yellow to green.
Occasionally you see those mental aberrations where a player might pot 2 consecutive reds or 2 consecutive colours, but it always comes as a real shock.
I did that. I potted 2 reds in a row once in a match. What about that shot? A fluke, but I tell you what, Mark Selby's going to take anything in a minute.
3.
He's not on the brown. I don't know whether he can say that he's unlucky. He'd like to have a shot at it. Been a very strange frame of snooker, this one.
One more revolution on that cue ball and he would have been
Selby 3.
full ball snookered.
Just going back to that, what happened to Ronnie there. I've never seen him do anything like that before. I mean, he's the sharpest thinker in the game, and he made a very strange mistake.
White.
Well, it was a fluke. Ronnie raised his hand to apologise. It may prove an important one. I don't think the pot is onto the middle. It's too narrow for me. So I think he's got to play a safety. You look at it on the screen, you say, well, maybe the pink would just drop in the middle. Not really sure this is on. So he's playing the cross double. What a shot. No, not quite.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 9.
I was with you there, Neil, when you said what a shot. I agreed, I thought it was in. I think Ronnie did as well. Just a fraction out.
It's been an extraordinary frame of snooker, and Mark Selby can somehow still win it.
On the black, not pretty, but Mark Selby will be so relieved. A mental mistake from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's still in front, but Selby has got a frame on the board. 5-1.